Education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think. By Albert Einstein. Have a great day, everyone, and my co-masterants, especially to our professor, Sir Jonas Ulandria. I am Janice M. Licayan from Duero District. I am currently teaching at Guba Elementary School. My topic is all about system approach to education. Is system approach started during 1960s, where researchers began to analyze organization from a systems perspective both on the physical sciences, also known as management technology, described as an intellectual discipline for utilizing science and technology to attack complex, large-scale problems with a view to solve it by an objective, rational, complete, and thoroughly professional method. Another system approach defined as by Twinkler as a management tool that allows individual to examine all aspects of the organization to interrelate the effects of one set of decisions to another and to optimally use all the resources at hand to solve the problem. Education is regarded as a system, and a system approach is systematic way of designing an effective and economical educational system. Let's talk about system. What is system? System is a set of interrelated and interdependent constituents, parts arranged in a manner that produces a unified as a whole. So, there are two types of system, the closed and open. What is closed for the system? Closed is an organization does not influence and interacts less with its outer environment. It gets little feedback. It is self-sufficient and self-regulatorily. No exchange of materials, which environment and non-adaptive system. So, for the open, it interacts continually with its environment, receives input from external environment, process them, and supplies output, always well informed about various changes with its surroundings. Important features of a system. So first is the subsystem. It is integrated and forceful, consists of several interconnected, interacting, and independent constituents elements. Second is the synergy, collective contribution of the organization, the ability of the entire system to equal more than the sum of its parts. Third is the elements of system. What are the elements of a system? So, there are the outputs, inputs, feedback, and transformation process. Fourth is a good system is characterized its effectiveness, efficiency, dependability, flexibility, and acceptability. So this time, let's talk about system approach to education. The system approach to education thus considers education as an input-output system such as the process of teaching and learning can be considered to very complex systems. Structure of educational system. Inputs process, output, and feedback. Under the input, the pupil, administration, teachers, material, and finance. Under the process, formal or informal education process. Under the output, attainment of educational objectives and feedback. What are the objectives of system approach to education? First is the identifying and stating the goals to be achieved. Next is the identifying the process, methods, techniques, and strategies that may be most relevant to achieving the predetermined goals. Next is the building up theoretical foundation justifying the relevance of this process of achieving the goals. Next is the determining specific interactions visualized existing among various other components of inputs. Lastly, specifying the various kinds of controls needed the total system at different points. So there are each step for the system approach. Step 1. Analyze of the existing situation. Step 2. Setting up goals for the desired situation. Step 3. Defining mechanism to evaluate the achievement of goals. Step 4. Generating alternative solutions. Step 5. Choosing the best possible solution through cost-benefit analysis. Step 6. Detailing the design of the system. Step 7. Outlining the monitoring mechanism for the system. And for the step 8, working out for introducing the solution. Steps involved in using system approach for curriculum design. So, there are 5 steps. Number 1 is the pre-assessment of the pupil's entry behavior. 2. The content to be taught and instructional materials to be used. 3. The desirable attitude and aptitude of pupils to be considered. 4th, formulation of objectives or learning outcomes. 5 is the formulation of objectives or learning outcomes. Elements during the process stage. Designing suitable teaching strategies. So what is designing suitable teaching strategies? Is the selection of appropriate instructional media and material, formulation of teaching learning scheme or timetable, and selection of appropriate evaluation procedures. Next is the system operation and implementation. It includes logistical arrangements, overall arrangement, speed, and implementation of the selected strategies of teaching using suitable teaching aids and materials. And also the evaluation of learning outcomes and objectives. What is the importance of system approach for education? It provides framework for planning, decision-making, controlling, and problem-solving. It throws light on the dynamic nature of management, and it also provides an integrated focus on the efforts of institutions. It helps to view the institution as a whole and not as parts. It helps also the manager in identifying the critical subsystems and their interaction with each other. And it helps the institution to improve. Lastly, It helps the school and administration and management to bring effectiveness and efficiency in their function. It helps in a systematic planning of education and institution. It assessed on optimum utilization of resources. It helps in improving examination and evaluation system. The guidance services could be maintained, controlled, and improved. Designing, controlling, and improving non-formal and adult education system. It improves the quality of education. It improves the in-service as well as pre-service teacher training program. Lastly, for my topic is the using the system approach in practice. In executing the system approach, it is of vital importance to understand that although the decision taken at every stage are always affected by decisions taken at earlier, which may require some of the previous decision to be changed. It is also important to recognize that various stages of system and processing are not the only one that are possible. And a decision once taken can always be reconsidered and changed if required. Therefore, the approach should be vibrant and interactive, which always allow for subsequent opinion and the modification or alteration of ideas. So that's all about my topic. Thank you and God bless us all. Thank you for listening.